Nothing but sunshine and clear skies in Knoxville today. Big Orange fans gearing up for a Tuesday night showdown here on Rocky Top as the 10th ranked Tennessee Lady Vols host their in-state foes, the East Tennessee State Buccaneers, for a midweek matchup. Beautiful day for some softball. Welcome into Sherry Parker Lee Stadium alongside the former SoCon Player of the Year, Michelle LaCourse. I'm Jill Jelnick. Tennessee coming off a big series win over South Carolina this past weekend. Lady Vols will look to keep the momentum going and will turn to the right-hander junior, Sage Margetko, getting the start today in the circle, looking to set the tone for the Big Orange.
Yeah, Margetko has some amazing spin. She's been so fun to watch this season, getting the nod here, looking to move her stuff around and hopefully keep these ETSU hitters off balance.
Margetko started both Game 1 and Game 3 of their series against South Carolina, picked up the wins in both of those two games. In Game 3 most recently on Saturday, went 3 1/3 innings, allowing just 2 hits and 1 earned run. She will try to keep these Bucks hitters on their toes, varying her speeds and also her movement in the box.
Yeah, like I said, lots of movement. She's going to work all over the place. You know, she's just tough to time up, and then tough to hit it where it's pitched, because when you decide 10 feet out, it looks pretty good, and all of a sudden it's by you.
She will face a Bucks lineup hitting .273 coming into today. ETSU suffering a tough series loss over the weekend to their conference foes, Western Carolina, looking to get back on track as Abigail Taylor shows bunt and takes a strike to start the game. 68 degrees here on Rocky Top. Beautiful Tuesday evening for a midweek matchup. Margetko right back in there, 2 strikes in a row.
Yeah, Taylor showing bunt there. Coach Milligan told us she's going to need to be able to bunt, be able to put it through the defense, and just kind of have her way being able to poke it through.
Taylor swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. The first strikeout of the day for Margetko. 3 pitches, working pretty efficiently.
Yeah, that's a great start, and it's something that this pitching staff has needed to continue to do. Try to get that first runner out in any way possible, and that's a great start.
Margetko coming into tonight with a 1.02 ERA, second best on the staff. As Whitney Boone swings and misses at strike 1. Margetko coming in with a 7-1 overall record. She's making her 13th start of the season. Comes inside to even the count 1-1 to Boone. Boone, just a sophomore, but has been a catalyst for the Bucks this season. Has started all 31 games. Has some power as well. Big cut for strike 2. Boone with a team high 22 RBI, 2 home runs on the year. Looking to try to get things going for the Bucks, top of the first. Back-to-back Ks for Sage Margetko to start this game.
That's just so tough. Lots of screwballs on the inside part of the plate to these right-handed hitters, and then this drop ball low and away. That is just tough once you're feeling that ball close to you, that screwball on the inside part of the plate, and then changing your eyes, changing that direction. Tough pitch to lay off of and tough pitch to hit.
Goes low and outside to Peyton Moore, the 3-hole hitter for the Bucks. Moore hitting a team high .338. Has the most home runs on the team with 7. The Kingsport, Tennessee native, went to Dobbins-Bennett High School. Big cut for strike 1, evens the count 1-1.
I think for ETSU, it's going to be making sure that you're swinging at pitches as much in the zone as you can and trying to lay off of Margetko's movement that's going to pop up out of the zone.
A nasty drop ball there, but just misses. Brings the count 2-1. Head coach Sherry Milligan telling us ahead of the game she wants her hitters to be aggressive but also smart at the plate. Hard grounder up the middle, and the first base hit of the day will go to Peyton Moore.
Yeah, it's a great first hit for the Bucks. That ball up the middle and tough to get to, and she's pumped over there at first. This ball, again, screwball that just didn't quite get enough inside, and able to fist that thing up the middle.
So 1 runner aboard for the Bucks, 2 outs, and the 4-hole hitter Leinani Lutu at the plate. Takes first pitch ball. Lutu hitting .309. One of 4 Bucks hitters hitting over 300 coming into today. Trying to get their offense back on track after a tough weekend against Western Carolina. Dribbler back at Margetko, and she gets the out at 1. So 2 quick strikeouts and a putout for Margetko. We head to the bottom of the first. Lady Vols picking up the bats when we come back.
Lady Vol fans, remember, if you catch a foul ball during this evening's game, return it to the fan HQ table for a prize courtesy of Orange Mountain Design, proud sponsor of your Lady Vols. Also, fans, be sure to check out our concession options here at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium, including the concession stands on the concourse, Big Orange Bites located behind the right field wall, and the Crave Food Truck located on the first base side concourse. Head over there now and check out all the options available. Smokey always says, yummy for the tummy.
Midweek matchup here on Rocky Top as the 10th ranked Tennessee Lady Vols welcome in their in-state foes, the ETSU Bucks, to Sherry Parker Lee Stadium alongside Michelle LaCourse. I'm Jill Jelnick. Getting the start in the circle today for ETSU, the left-handed senior out of Sterling, Virginia, Taylor Suki, making her 12th start of the season, most on this Bucks pitching staff.
Yeah, Coach Milligan said that she has the most tools, and one of her tools is to go play right field. So she's got a lot going on. It's tough to be that kind of player at this level, and commend her for that. That's pretty awesome.
Can also pick up the bat for ETSU if they need, but tonight they need her in the circle, and she'll have a tough task ahead of her going up against this Lady Vols lineup, starting with Gabby Leach. Gabby Leach leading things off for the 2nd straight game, was the leadoff hitter back in game 3. She takes a ball upstairs. Lady Vols everyday leadoff hitter Sophia Knight, suffering an illness, has a little bit of a bug, so she has been out of the lineup the last 2 games. Gabby Leach taking over the leadoff spot. Takes strike 1, even the count 1-1. But just like it has been all season, next batter up mentality, and Gabby Leach has also been swinging a good bat, hitting .296, looking to set the tone here.
Great changeup by Suki there. Leach timing up that harder stuff, and that was a great change of speed right there.
Leach goes to her slap, is able to lay off the rise. Hitting .296 with 28 RBI, 2nd most on the team. She's usually a little deeper in the lineup, but looking to set the tone here on this Tuesday night with Sophia Knight out with an illness. Works the count all the way back full. Pops this one up. 3rd baseman Crowley calling for it, but that will drift foul.
A great battle by Suki, showing her off-speed stuff early, and that's been something that Coach Weekly has talked about as, kind of an Achilles heel sometimes for this Vols offense, is that off-speed pitch, and I don't mind that pitch call at all. You watch her, even though it went straight up, you watch her get a piece of that and foul that off that aggressively. I like a 3-2 changeup call right there, just wasn't able to execute. And it's little things like that that ETSU is going to have to make sure that they are able to do to try to eliminate the freebies.
Gabby Leach wins the battle, takes her free base, and that will bring up the 2-hole hitter Ella Dodge to the plate. Dodge dribbles this one. It's going to be foul, excuse me, so she will be called back. Was able to get a piece of it, but not enough. So 1 strike on Dodge. Dodge hitting .313, has a team high 38 RBI. This is exactly who you want up in this situation with a runner on board for the Lady Vols, trying to attack first here, bottom of the first inning. Low in the zone, evens the count 1-1. Dodge, the redshirt sophomore, wasted no time asserting herself into the lineup this season. Head coach Karen Weekly has referred to her as one of the most consistent and clutch hitters on the team, and she has the numbers to prove that.
Well, but still will press, right? Like, still finds herself putting the weight of the world on her shoulders, and Coach Weekly trying to impress upon her that just let it, don't worry about the results, just let it happen, try to play loose.
Tennessee able to get the series win over South Carolina this past weekend, improved to 9-6 in the SEC. Now taking a break for non-conference matchup is Dodge, drills this towards the right center gap. Underneath it is Coleman, and Taylor will come over from center field and make the out. So Dodge with a sky-high pop-up. Gabby Leach stays put at first and 1 away for the Bucks defense.
I think off of the bat, everybody in the stands thought that one was gone. It was high, just hung up and battling the sun out there. Taylor and Coleman Tillman, and Taylor able to come over and make the grab.
Now we'll bring up Emma Clark, the 3-hole hitter for Tennessee, hitting .286, 6 homers, 21 RBI. Fouls off the first pitch. Clark had a good weekend against South Carolina as well. Had an outstanding game 1, went 2 for 3 on Thursday with a solo home run to help tie things up early in the game. Low in the zone, evens the count 1-1. Suki wasting no time mixing in that off speed, trying to keep these hitters off their toes.
She is, I love the first one that she threw, and since then, it's like she's afraid to stay in the zone, but with that off-speed pitch, trust your stuff.
Off the glove of Crowley, Gabby Leach will round second. A base hit for Emma Clark to keep the rally going.
And ETSU is going to need to try to stop the bleeding, stop the snowball effect. Try to get an out here, but this one actually pulls it from the outside part of the plate, just a little bit ahead of it, but that's a good mistake for Emma Clark, able to still make a good hard grounder out of it, and just out of the reach of Crowley.
And they will, in fact, mark that a single. That was a hard hit ball. Crowley tried her best and couldn't quite get in front of it. Tried to get a glove on it, but just a very hard hit ground ball. So now runners on first and second, and that will bring up the cleanup hitter, the freshman Elsa Morrison. The Knoxville native went to Farragut High School, has done an outstanding job her rookie season, making her way into the lineup. Takes first pitch ball outside. Morrison coming out of high school, the #2 ranked catcher and the #1 overall player out of the state of Tennessee. Hard ground ball up the middle. Leach is going to round third. She's on her way home. She'll score easily, and the Lady Vols take a 1-0 lead thanks to the RBI single from the Knoxville native, Elsa Morrison.
Yeah, Tennessee being aggressive here. This ball just elevated, and I think that they're a little bit on top of it, a little bit around it, and this is stuff later on in the game where Suki's changeup is really going to be of consequence, because these balls are just ill-timed up right now, but once they start to make those adjustments, as good teams do, it's going to be important to keep the ball down and make sure that your off-speed stuff is working.
First pitch to Meredith Barnhart comes in as a ball. She has runners on the corners here. This is her third straight start for the freshman and her 8th start this season. She takes strike one, evens the count 1-1. She started as the designated player the final 2 games of the series against South Carolina. Went 2 for 3 this past Saturday. And 0 for 1 with 2 walks in those final 2 games. She's one of those players that is able to find her way on. Her batting average or numbers may not jump off the page, but if you look at her on-base percentage, she's someone that just works her way on. 500 on-base percentage coming into tonight.
That's what's fun, listening to Coach Weekly. It's so much more than stats. There are things that you can't quantify, although on base percentage I suppose you can. But there are things that you watch how a player operates in practice. You watch them as how they take pitches and how they are getting on base in any way that they can. As that ball almost nicks Barnhart, but getting on any way that you can and how you're taking pitches. And so Coach Weekly seeing something in Barnhart to get her this start.
Payoff pitch to Barnhart. Skies this towards left field. It's drifting foul and will stay foul. Barnhart has had 19 at-bats, and in those 19 at-bats, she has walked 11 times. There's your on-base percentage
that is
right
a good
there.
Eye.
So a patient hitter, just a rookie, trying to extend the lead here for Tennessee, bottom of the 1st. Takes ball 4, make that 12 walks on the season for Meredith Barnhart, as now bases are loaded for Tennessee.
Yeah, a good eye right there, and patient. Coach Weekly talked about, if you're too obsessed with being aggressive, you're going to swing at stuff that you probably shouldn't. If you're obsessed about being patient, you're going to take pitches that you probably shouldn't. But I think Meredith Barnhart right there doing a great job of just sticking to her game plan.
Mackenzie Butt now stepping to the plate with bases loaded. Big-time power hitter and sophomore transfer out of Boise State. Was a Mountain West Freshman of the Year a season ago when she launched 22 homers, drove in 77 runs. Hits this one deep towards right field. It's tailing, and it will tail foul. Sherry Parker Lee, fans took a big sigh. They were on the edge of their seat with that one.
Yeah, that one just tailed out of here. Just barely to the outside part of that right field fence. Hey, my car's out there. Take it easy.
Butt is hitting .375 with runners in scoring position. Takes a ball upstairs, brings the count 2-1. Hitting .318 this season. Has been a great addition, one of 3 transfers in this lineup for Tennessee. Lays off the upstairs pitch to bring the count 3-1.
It's so tough as a pitcher after you see that. Not just a deep fly ball foul, but over the fence, nowhere to put her, can't be too careful. Ball four, and that will bring home another run for Tennessee as the Lady Vols now extend their lead 2-0. And bases remain loaded as now ETSU head coach Sherry Milligan will take a moment to call time out and talk to her defense. I think that, again, Suki just sees that first pitch, off of the barrel over the fence and then works up in the zone, but just nothing that was as competitive as she could have made it. And so four straight balls, and Tennessee finds themselves with bases loaded again. And Coach Milligan, you have one out, and really, if you can induce a ground ball, a weak pop-up, let your defense work for you, we can get back in and start hitting, but got to get out of this situation first.
Anytime you're going up against a Power 4 team, top 10 team such as Tennessee, those mistakes, those free bases, they catch up to you. The very first batter, Suki led off this inning, walking Gabby Leach, and that kind of set the tone the rest of the way. To your point, if you're not putting the ball on the ground, your defense can't give you a chance to help you out.
Yeah, well, and I love that first at bat that Suki had against Leach, where she battled to 3 and 2. She put everything that she had into that, didn't execute the changeup, and walked her. Ended up with that high pop up to right center, and then just kind of one thing after another, like you said, just can't seem to put the lid on it.
Taylin Hawley now to the plate for Tennessee. First pitch ball to Hawley. Coming into tonight, hitting .238. She came in Game 3 this past weekend. Subbed into left field for Gabby Leach in their series finale against South Carolina. Takes ball 2. Hawley, a freshman with power. Coach Weekly says she has the potential to be one of the top players in the league. Still in her rookie year, working her way into the lineup, but getting a great opportunity tonight. Hard shot towards center, but Taylor makes the grab. Meanwhile, tagging up from third is Morrison, and another run comes across for Tennessee.
It's impressive for me is it's the first time through the lineup, and Tennessee already able to kind of see it, barrel it up. Had some miss hits, but boy, were those miss hits some missiles too. So even though, kind of off time in the first time around at the top of the lineup, able to barrel up Suki pretty early on here.
The 8-hole hitter, Bella Faw, to the plate now. Takes first pitch ball. Faw went 1 for 2 in Game 3 this past weekend against South Carolina. It's been their everyday starter at shortstop this season. Lays off the rise ball for ball 2.
And Suki getting a little frustrated with some of these calls. That one a little bit more elevated. The curveball thrown before, pretty good spot, just didn't get the call. And you've got to continue to work to execute and hit spots.
Able to catch that inside corner for strike 1, bringing the count 2-1. The base is still loaded, 2 down. And Faw looking to extend the lead for the Lady Vols. Hard ground ball, but foul.
Again, first time through the lineup and just figuring out that timing pretty early on. Second and third time through, Suki's gonna need to utilize that changeup, and the ball was barely foul. That's at least a couple runs there, should that be fair.
Count now goes full, 3-2. Big moment here for Tennessee as they try to break open this game, bottom of the first. Faw, hard ground ball to the right side. That will bring home 1 run. Bella Faw continues the rally. RBI single for the shortstop.
Yeah, what a great piece of family first hitting, right? That ball right through the 3-4 hole line drive into right field. Screwball out on the outside part of the plate, and Faw, who a defensive specialist, does her job on the dirt, but has her struggles at the plate. That is such a great job for her, taking that ball that way and scoring a run.
Just her 7th RBI of the season comes at a great time as Tennessee extends its lead 4-0. And the first pitch to Savia Morgan comes in as a strike. The starting center fielder tonight in place of Sophia Knight, who has an illness. Morgan tries to drop the bunt. It hit her, so she's going to come back, but the home plate umpire, Lyndon Baptiste, didn't call it right away. And now looks like she will come back. So foul ball. Baptiste, our umpire at home plate. Andrew Matson at first and Anthony Amato at third.
You have basically another leadoff, another spark plug here in Morgan. Speed at the bottom of the lineup to turn it over for Gabby Leach.
Morgan coming into tonight hitting .313. Takes a ball, evens the count 2-2. For Morgan, this is just her 5th game started this season. She was an everyday starter last year in center field, has taken on more of a role player this season. But getting the start tonight on this Tuesday night.
Yeah, Coach Weekly just called her an incredible teammate, a gamer. You know, that she's been able to step up big this past weekend, and she's a dynamic base runner. And to be called dynamic, you can't just be fast. You have to have a good IQ, and that is Savia Morgan. She runs the bases quickly and very well.
Slaps this towards first. Martin steps on the bag, and that will end the inning, but not before Tennessee makes some noise. Bottom of the first. Lady Vols on top, 4-0.
All right, Big Orange fans, we asked the team who they think has the cleanest locker. Let's see who they pick.
I'll say Maya Doyle, just because she's a very tidy person.
I'd say Zoe or Jackie, like every time, because theirs is right next to mine. Every time I look over, my stuff is just like piling into theirs, and hers is really clean.
I was gonna say myself. It might not be the cleanest like right when I get there or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's definitely clean.
I would say Zoe, and just every time I look over there, it's spotless.
Probably Peyton.
Probably Zoe.
Zoe has the cleanest locker. I think it's definitely the first thing that I see, and then it always has nothing in it.
Welcome back to Sherry Parker Lee. Tennessee on top 4-0 over ETSU alongside Michelle, of course. I'm Jill Jelnick, excited to have you with us tonight for this midweek matchup. 10th ranked Tennessee coming off a series win over South Carolina. Now taking a break from SEC play. Meanwhile, ETSU dropped its series to Western Carolina, trying to get back in the win column after losing their last 5 in a row. ETSU head coach Cheryl Milligan in her 4th season with the Bucks just 2 weeks ago eclipsed 600 career wins, and it came off their big win over Furman 21-2. We had a great opportunity to talk to her ahead of the game. She loves this team, and even though they've hit a little bit of a rough patch in conference play, she still believes their best softball is ahead of them.
Yeah, she said this team's excited to be here. The goal is to stay competitive, pick their bats up, and she feels that her pitchers are peaking at the right time. And so if these hitters have a plan and are able to execute, hopefully looking to keep it competitive.
Haley Porter with a big cut for strike 1. Sage Marchetko back in the circle for Tennessee, struck out 2 and gave up a hit back in the first inning. Goes outside to Porter to even the count 1-1.
Everybody clap your hands.
Porter, Kingsport, Tennessee native, went to Dobbins-Bennett High School just like her teammate Peyton Moore, hitting .220. This one comes in low for ball 2. Coach Milligan talking to us about her offense, saying needs to get a little bit of life back in it, try to be a little more aggressive at the plate. As Porter takes a big cut for strike 2, but at the same time, just try to focus in, not try to do too much at the plate, hone in on a game plan.
Yeah, not many fireworks out of this lineup, but one that can hit singles, doubles, and go station to station, which we saw with, them with Moore making contact, with Lutu making contact, able to put the ball on the ground and make the defense work. But way more of a station to station lineup.
holds up on that one as count now goes full, 3-2. That's our first base umpire, Andrew Matson. Payoff pitch here to Porter. Inside, strike 3, gets her looking.
Porter doing a great job to work it to full count.
Margetco with the KO.
Margetco had a couple of miscues there, a couple of non-competitive pitches, but this ball, I don't know where else you want it. It was right down the middle, and Porter's going to be kicking herself for that one, but Margetco, again, getting the first batter, first strikeout.
Comes right back inside, actually misses the corner there to Leilani Coleman for ball 1, but that's now 3 strikeouts for Margetco, 96 on the season. She's quickly approaching 100 Ks in 2026. Goes right back inside, misses 2-0. That kind of corner, that strike zone.
Hard to come by on that corner. Yeah, I'm with you.
We also saw that on the flip side.
Yes.
With Suki in the circle the past half inning.
Yeah, it's a good spot. I think that as a pitcher, you really want it. As a hitter, you really don't. I think that that's a ground ball inducing spot right there, that low inside screwball or a drop ball. Well, if it's coming from Suki, it's going to be that curve on the inside part of the plate to righties. So again, as a pitcher, you want it. As a hitter, that's a tough one to do anything with.
The only adjustment you could make is maybe give yourself a little bit of room on that inside of the plate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're a hitter, backing off late or, just starting with that back foot away from the plate a little bit. But again, if you're facing a Sage Margetco, she'll come right back with a drop ball on the outside part. She's able to play that chess match with you, so you can play those odds. But again, if you aren't seeing that pitch called, then you can lay off of it.
Payoff pitch to Coleman. Another foul ball. She recorded a hit in all 3 games of their series against Western Carolina this past weekend. Last season was primarily a pinch runner for the Bucks. Only started in 4 games, but has quickly asserted herself into the lineup this season for ETSU. Swings that one low in the dirt. That will be strike 3, so make that 4 strikeouts now for Sage Margetco.
Yeah, and we saw that one, down in the dirt, the one to Porter, much more over the plate. So Margetco utilizing a lot of different pitches in order to get these strikeouts.
Tier Rieger takes first pitch strike. Starting second baseman for ETSU. Swings at a rise ball up in the zone. 2 quick strikes from Margetco. Margetco also doing a nice job getting ahead on the count.
She is, and I think that if you're ETSU, you have to understand that that is the goal, that you can't just pick one side of the plate to start off. You're going to need to attack the first strike that you're seeing.
Rieger tries to hold up, but the umpire says she went. So Sage Margetco strikes out the side. She is dealing early on in this game.
Yeah, this pitch, a changeup down in the zone. She just cannot hold up as Margetco strikes out the side.
Hey, Lady Vol fans, we asked your Lady Vols for their favorite songs, and here are their top hits. Today we're featuring Lady Vol number 42, Amaya Doyle.
Beautiful night on Rocky Top as the 10th ranked Tennessee Lady Vols host their in-state foes, the ETSU Bucks, for a midweek matchup. Great crowd here at Sherry Park early. It's a Tuesday night, but that's not stopping anyone from coming to the ballpark.
Why not watch some softball? Yeah, it is. For a Tuesday, this is a great crowd.
Smokey is getting his hugs in.
Yeah.
And with weather like this, why not be outside, right? Tennessee got out to its best start in program history at the start of the season, 26-0, going all the way into conference play in the SEC, looking to get back to the Women's College World Series, and a big reason why Karen Weekly at the helm for over 2 decades. She has done an excellent job turning the Lady Vols into a powerhouse, not just in the SEC, but across the country.
Yeah, and this is a team that she knew she kind of had her work cut out for with the youth coming in, but she said her best days are ahead of them.
Leach lines this towards right field, doesn't have enough, and it does! Gabby Leach, first pitch, solo home run.
Boy, that ball wasted no time getting out of here on a line straight over the right field fence. Stuck there, I believe. It might not be going anywhere. But this ball just right mid-thigh, and Leach turns on it. Just a bullet.
If you looked away for a second, you might have missed that one.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Her 7th home run of the season helps extend the Lady Vols lead 5-0. This is their 2nd time through the lineup. She's making it rain in the dugout over there.
And then Suki coming right back with the first pitch changeup. I love that pitch for her. I think that's a great speed change. And utilizing that a little bit more in first pitch. Yeah, she's going to need to pull out all the stops here on this potent Tennessee offense.
And after giving up a solo home run like that, you have to reset
I think that's gutsy.
so quickly.
Yeah. No, I like that call a lot. It's just we haven't seen her execute it as consistently as she probably needs to.
Dodge pokes this one over the head of Rieger. That will be a base hit, her first hit of the night.
And that ball, well placed. You could hear it. That was not off the good part of the bat, but Dodge able to muscle that over Rieger's head, and Rieger just out of reach. That's a tough one to time up. And from this angle, it looked like it was maybe closer than it was. Oh, she just missed it. Great effort.
Emma Clark now to the plate with a runner on. Takes first pitch low in the zone for ball 1. Clark was able to single her first at bat and come home to score the 2nd run for Tennessee. Tennessee able to push across 4 in that first. And then the solo home run, top of the 2nd here, has given the Lady Vols a 5-0 lead. Tennessee hosting a handful of in-state opponents for their midweek matchups this season. Deep shot towards left field, no doubter. Emma Clark, 2-run home run, puts the Lady Vols on top, 7-0.
Over the fence, over the scoreboard, maybe over the train. Emma Clark got all of that one.
Clark's 7th home run of the season. That was a beauty. Take another look at this one.
This one a curveball on the inside part of the plate, but not much of a jam job there. She's able to get her hands out, that barrel out to it. And Suki, that's where she has been missing that curveball, but hasn't been getting the lower call. So sometimes as a pitcher, you don't get that call and you feel like you have to elevate it to get what you want, and just, it's a dangerous spot to miss.
2 home runs, including the 2-run home run from Emma Clark in this 2nd inning, and it looks like Taylor Suki's night will be done. She will head out to the outfield. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher when we come back. Tennessee with 2 big home runs here, top of the second, to extend its lead 7-0. A new pitcher in the circle for ETSU. Sophomore out of Jackson, Kentucky, Caitlin Pennington now taking over. And a very special happy birthday to Pennington. She gets to be rewarded by taking over here, bottom of the second.
Yeah, play softball on your birthday. There's not much better than that. She's going to come in with a curve, a screw, a drop, and be pretty versatile, Coach Milligan said. She doesn't have as much speed as the rest of this pitching staff, but Coach Milligan said that she's a fighter. And you know, this Tennessee lineup sometimes struggles with the speed change or with something off speed. But the thing is, you know, great teams are able to find that adjustment, as ETSU found out within these first couple of innings.
First pitch to Elsa Morrison comes in just a bit outside for ball 1. Pennington coming into tonight with a 3.30 ERA, 4-3 overall record. This is just her 13th appearance this season as Morrison fouls this one off. She's one of 3 pitchers with a majority of the innings pitched this season. Comes in 40 1/3 innings. 8 walks, 15 strikeouts. Brings the count 2-1. Her last outing was game 2 this past weekend in their series against Western Carolina. Went 3 innings, allowing 8 hits and 6 earned runs in the loss. Morrison pops this up towards right field. Crashing is Coleman, and she will make the grab for out number 1. Check that, that is now Suki. She goes from the circle to right field.
The ball's always going to find you after, you know, an error or after a rough inning, and Suki has the rare, you know, opportunity of, you know, getting taken out and then able to help her team's cause. And that's one of those balls that is kind of in that triangle of death right there, in that tough spot between first, second, and right field, but a great free out for Pennington.
Barnhart rips the first pitch, but right into the glove of Taylor for out number 2. So far, Pennington has come in, gotten 2 quick pop-ups.
Yeah, she's working her curveball a lot on the outside part of the plate. And you can see that although it doesn't have much velo behind it, it's moving late, so it's slower and it's working outside. And the more elements you're adding to that pitch, the tougher it is to hit. You just want to make sure that that curveball like that stays low in the zone and is moving away.
Mackenzie Butt takes first pitch strike. She walked her first at bat last inning. Coming in, hitting .318 on the season, .477 on base percentage. She's been a great addition to this Lady Vols lineup, one of 3 transfers. Coming in from Boise State. Coach Weekly says she's a great team player. Even when she's not in the lineup, she's always contributing any way she can. Low in the zone, evens the count. Hard grounder over to third. Crowley gets the out at 1. That will end the inning, but Lady Vols extend their lead 7-0 over ETSU.
Some of the good old boy be on this stage. The only place you might see my name. It's on a t-shirt in a closet, taking up space. Yes, someday they won't want to turn me on. And when it's on the wall, start to rust. What I never thought I'd do turns into what I've done. And I get to reminiscing on my time in the sun. About the buzz in the back, with the beers up high, and the girls in the front row singing out loud. I'm gonna think about the lighters way up in the sky, and how we rode that rocket as far as it could fly. Hell, it's somebody.
10th ranked Tennessee Lady Vols on top 7-0 over ETSU. Alongside Michelle LaCourse, I'm Jill Jelnick. Tennessee able to push across 4 in the first inning, add another 3. And now Bucks looking to try to chip away at the lead. 8-9-1 due up for East Tennessee State. Check out the headgear on those Lady Vols fans. Are those the Lady Vols locos? I think they're rocking some great get-ups. I
The
love
shirts,
the
too.
Smoky headgear.
that's
Oh, and it looks
It's a softball
Smoky.
shirt.
Smoky
Oh.
recognizes them and says, "Oh yeah, I like your hat right there." What is that? Yeah, doggy see, doggy do, something like that. Beautiful night here at Sherry Parker Lee. Tennessee hosting ETSU tonight, and then we'll host Kennesaw State tomorrow in back-to-back midweek matchups before returning to SEC play. As the first pitch to Riley Martins comes in as a strike. Martins, her first at-bat of the night, first time seeing Marjeko in the circle. As Marjeko goes upstairs, evens the count 1-1, and Marjeko tonight so far, Michelle, has been fantastic, has allowed 1 hit back in the first, but 5 strikeouts, has done a nice job sitting down these hitters.
Yeah, more with that hard ground ball up the middle in the first, but before and since, the ETSU hitters have been pretty quiet.
Big cut from Martins for strike 2.
What we've seen too is, kind of taking that first pitch that is, a strike on the corner and then swinging at Marjetko's stuff that she works day in and day out to make you chase.
Gets her swinging on that one. Strike 3, the 6th strikeout tonight for Sage Marjetko.
And the 4th in a row, and that's tough to do, but Marjetko very efficient here, working that on the outside part of the plate.
Next up, third baseman number 4.
It's
Riley
just a
Crowley.
tough one to get a piece of.
That brings up the 9-hole hitter, Riley Crowley. She takes a ball low in the zone. Marjeko, one of 3 aces really in this pitching staff for Tennessee, leads the nation, the best ERA, 1.11 as a staff. Along with Aaron Newer and Carlin Pickens, the 3 of them have done a nice job taking turns throughout this season, whether it's coming in relief or starting.
Well, yeah, she's one of 3 starters and one of 3 closers, right? Coach Weekly talked a lot about, knowing that any one of them can come in and close out a game, and what a gift to have to know that you have that kind of confidence in your pitchers to be able to come in and close it out.
Low in the zone, brings the count 3-1. And it's that staff approach to pitch by committee sometimes that takes you deeper into the postseason, right? No longer are the days where we have one workhorse that takes you to the World Series.
Well, it's tough sometimes. Like sometimes you are only comfortable in that starting role or only comfortable in coming in after somebody else, but it's not always going to be able to be the case, and that's where our game differs from baseball, right? Is we don't always have set closers, but that's where this Tennessee team, they really balance each other out.
Deeper pitching staff than potentially years past. Carlin Pickens gets a lot of the attention, being the fastest thrower in the game, but Aaron Newer and also Sage Margetko right there with her, even have better ERAs together. The three of them are very difficult staff to face. So a walk for Crowley, and that will bring the top of the lineup, Abigail Taylor. She pops up the first pitch. So now the second time through the lineup for these Bucks hitters, what adjustment do you want to see them make on Margetko?
Well, I like that right there where Abigail Taylor is aggressive first pitch, and knowing that, you know, it can't be take the first one, just automatically swing at the second one, because that's kind of what they've been doing. Or they're the opposite, where you know, swing at the first one, then take the second one. You know, you've got to be hunting constantly, but staying loose and not pressing and just trying to put the ball in play. I mean, they already know their identities as an offense, as hitters. They're not looking to do a big blast over the fence. They're looking to move from station to station.
Only 17 home runs on the season, but a chance here to capitalize with a runner on first. Strike three. Sits down the leadoff hitter, Abigail Taylor. Make that the seventh strikeout for Margetko.
This ball, curveball on the inside part of the plate to Taylor, and could not get a piece of it. It's a good comeback after walking the 9-hole hitter in Crowley. And I think that's why Morrison came out and had a little talk, you know, like, hey, it's a 9-hole hitter, you know, no freebies. This is where we need to tighten up, even in a game like this, where you have that, you know, good cushion, but to make sure that you're staying on it.
Big cut from Whitney Boone, evens the count 1-1. Boone struck out her last at bat. Gets a piece of this one, but foul.
This second time through the lineup, we're seeing Margetko head a little bit higher in the strike zone. Those first couple of strikeouts for Taylor and Boone in the first inning were off of drop balls. And so now kind of changing the eyes, like, oh, hey, I got this too. You know, you're having to fend that off as well.
Just misses the zone, evens the count 2-2. Margetko arguably having her best season here at Tennessee. Started her career at South Carolina before transferring over to Tennessee 2 years ago. She suffered a torn labrum last year. Margetko had to go through kind of a transformation this past offseason, get back healthy, reset, regroup. Coach Weekly saying she no longer puts as much pressure on herself, and it's really shown through this season as she sits down the third out. 3 strikeouts for Margetko. She strikes out the side, make that 8 on the day for Margetko.
Yeah, the screwball on the inside part of the plate, that is a tough one to get. Margetko still rolling.
Hey, Lady Ball Nation, it's time to play a game of higher or lower. We have James with us down on the third base side, and all James has to do is guess that the next softball player's jersey number is higher or lower than the previous player. 3 straight times to win a Lady Ball prize back. So James, let's get ready to go. The first jersey number is number 50, Jackie Kirkpatrick. What's your guess? Next jersey, higher or lower than 50?
Higher.
Can you say that again? We didn't quite hear you.
Higher.
Higher. Oh, we're sorry. It's actually lower. It's number 2, Sophia Knight, but that's okay. Let's keep playing and see how we do. Is the next jersey number higher or lower than number 2?
Higher.
Exactly right. It is number 12, Bella Faw. And finally,
Tennessee on top, 7-0 over ETSU as we head to the bottom of the third. The 10th ranked Lady Vols trying to get back to the Women's College World Series after they made it to the championship semifinals last year. Their 9th trip to Oklahoma City. And it's their goal once again to get back there. They've been to the NCAA tournament 21 straight years. When you talk about the standard in college softball, the Big Orange is it.
Absolutely. Well, and Coach Weekly there for the majority of it, able to take whatever team that she's given and taken them far, along with her husband Ralph for a lot of those years. So yeah, definitely a winning tradition in all sports at Tennessee, but softball setting the standard.
First pitch from Caitlin Pennington comes in as a ball. The birthday girl coming on in relief for starting pitcher Taylor Suki, who is now in right field. And Pennington able to get 3 quick outs once she came in last inning.
Yeah, she's spinning it well and keeping the ball down, and she's going to need to continue to do that. Hard ground ball, soft line drive, pop foul. She's come in and been able to keep the Tennessee hitters off balance for the most part, but here falling behind 3-0. And really, throwing competitive pitches, those aren't all very out of the zone balls. She's doing a good job of trying to work the zone and trying to figure out where on the corner she needs to place it.
Taylon Holly takes a strike, brings the count 3-1. And on the flip side, if you're Tennessee and it is a tight strike zone, right? You're patient at the plate.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Holly's doing well right here, is making sure that she's seeing the ball down and that it's not too far away from her. Finds herself in a full count.
Yeah, Pennington coming all the way back from 3-0, brings the count full. Ball 4 for Holly. So 1 runner aboard for the Lady Vols. That brings up the 8-hole hitter, Bella Faw, at a RBI single, her first at-bat.
Kind of the same thing that Suki found herself in. She got 2 strikes on plenty of Tennessee hitters, but just unable to button it up. And with 3-2, it is tough, but still trusting your stuff and making it move.
First pitch, right up the middle. Bella Faw, 2 for 2 today, and now 2 runners aboard for Tennessee.
Yeah, nothing flashy, but very effective up the middle. Last hit in the first inning was a line drive to right field to score for her team. So Bella Faw having a day.
Another look at that one. First pitch, able to take it right back up where it came from. And now that brings up Savia Morgan to the plate, shows bunt, but pulls back. Lyndon Baptiste, the home plate umpire, asks for help, and third base umpire Anthony Amato says no go. So 1 strike here to Morgan. She did go on that one. Shows bunt again, pulls back. The throw down to check the runner, but Holly retreats back safely. Small ball was something that Tennessee utilized this past weekend against South Carolina. In fact, in Game 3, it was a suicide squeeze that brought in the first run of the game for Tennessee. A big inning, incorporating a couple bunts to move the runners. That's part of Tennessee's offensive identity.
It is, and I think that 1 through 9, it doesn't matter. If you're a power hitter, if you're a slapper, you need to be ready to sacrifice for the team. Again, have that family first at bat. And it's those situations where if you can do it in SEC play, then it's much easier once you get to College World Series time. You've already performed, you've already done that, you've already had that called upon for you. So you know, making sure that you're ready. It doesn't matter if you're a 3-hole hitter. You could be called upon to do that.
Morgan holds off on one outside. Brings the count 2-2 now. No outs. Runners on first and second for Tennessee here, bottom of the third. Ropes this one towards center field, but Taylor able to make the grab. They get the runner at second. So a quick 2 outs for the Bucks defense. Heads up play.
Yeah, and that's just a base running mistake by the freshman Holly. Takes off immediately, and by the talk that Holly and Coach Weekly had, that was not a hit and run. That was not something that she should have been taken off on. And that ball, you know, a shoestring catch for Taylor, but, you know, still got to make sure that that ball's down before you just take off.
So heads up defensive play from Abigail Taylor in center field results in 2 quick outs for the Bucks, and now the top of the lineup as Gabby Leach takes a big cut, brings the count 1-1. Leach homered her last at bat. This is a hitter that Pennington certainly wants to be careful with.
Absolutely. Well, and that ball got out in a hurry. It was on a line. But this is where, you know, when you have a hitter like Leach up and you've just run yourself out of having another run and padding that lead for your pitcher, you know, it's mistakes like that that you hope that they're in midweek games and they're not in SEC play.
Leach with her 7th home run of the season last inning. It's her sister, twin sister, Alana Leach, that actually leads the team with 8 home runs. She has the night off, getting some well-deserved rest on this Tuesday night. Leach hits this towards the right center gap. Taylor going back. It goes right out of her glove. Turning the corner is Bella Fosh. She'll come home. An RBI double for Gabby Leach.
That ball looked like it had a little bit more to it. Like it might have almost been out, but Taylor doing a great job to run this ball down. This ball just elevated over the center of the plate. Taylor just maybe could have taken a little bit deeper of an angle on that, but the sun too rough in that area of the field. So Gabby Leach, RBI double.
She is heating up today. An RBI double and a solo home run. Not a bad day at the plate for the leadoff hitter, Gabby Leach. Again, the everyday leadoff hitter, Sophia Knight, for the Lady Vols. She's out with an illness, so Leach has done a nice job stepping up in her absence. And now she passes the bat down to Ella Dodge. Unless we potentially have a pinch hitter here. And we do. It will be McCall Sims pinch hitting for Ella Dodge here in the 2-hole spot. Fouls back the first pitch. Sims, just a freshman, but getting an opportunity here on a midweek game, show what she can do and potentially keep this rally going.
Well, I love that, you know, coming in hard cut first pitch, trying to time it up. And as a pinch hitter, it's not always a desirable spot to be, but you're getting an opportunity, and very aggressive first pitch.
Takes a ball, brings the count 2-1 now. This is just Sims' 7th at-bat of the season. She does have an RBI and 3 walks. Catches the inside corner for strike 2. That brings the count 2-2.
I think it's easy in this situation too to be antsy. So being aggressive, not anxious, as a freshman, getting that opportunity.
Big cut for strike 3, and Pennington is feeling it. But Tennessee able to extend its lead, add another one, and lead 8-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. But Pennington here, simmering down. Lady Vols, she's loving it on her birthday.
Uber Eats always delivers. And with that strikeout, you can take your game ticket to Sweet Pete's Barbecue for a free order of fried pickles. Show your game ticket within 48 hours of tonight's game to redeem your prize from Sweet Pete's Barbecue, delivered by Uber Eats.
Welcome back to Rocky Top alongside Michelle LaCourse. I'm Jill Jelnick. Tennessee on top 8-0. This beautiful Tuesday night midweek matchup between ETSU and the 10th ranked Lady Vols. Sage Marjecko back in the circle for Tennessee. She has been dealing on this Tuesday night. 8 strikeouts, including 6 of the last 7 batters. A lot of things going well for her, getting ahead in the count, spinning the ball. What have you seen from Marjecko?
Yeah, she's been very efficient, and I think that in a midweek situation, or even, I mean, any start that you get, you know, just making sure that your pitch count is down. And so getting ahead, getting the first batter any way that you can, and Sage Marjecko fashion, it's been with strikeouts, but, you know, any way that you can get it done. The only real blemish being the ground ball up the middle and the 9-hole hitter walk. But other than that, has just had a very efficient night.
Has allowed the 1 hit, 1 walk, and has struck out 6 of her last 7 batters she has faced. She got the start in Game 1 and Game 3 in their series against South Carolina this past weekend. Both of those games, Tennessee pulled off the win and won 2 out of 3 over the Gamecocks. A much-needed series win in SEC play as they continue SEC play this upcoming weekend at Kentucky. Meanwhile, the Bucks looking to chip into the lead here, top of the 4th, as Peyton Moore takes a big cut at that changeup off speed for Marjecko.
Well, and she's the one that got the hit in the first inning, so Marjecko kind of sending a message, you know, first pitch, try to time me up here, and I love a first pitch changeup call myself.
Moore, the Kingsport, Tennessee native, went to Dobbins-Bennett High School, hitting a team-high .338 with 7 home runs on the season. Just a sophomore. Bright future for the Tennessee native as the solo hit today so far. Is able to hold off on that one. That will bring the count 3-1.
I don't know how.
She wanted it.
That one was.
She thought about it.
She did. That was a great hold.
3-1 pitch. Was she able to hold up on that one? No, she went. So now that brings the count full. Marjecko comes back, brings it to 3-2.
Moore staying alive. You know that she's already gotten you on that rise. You know that she has the changeup. You know, Marjecko with just such great tools to be able to try to fool you with.
Goes outside for ball 4. So Peyton Moore today has been on base both times, this time via the free bag.
Yeah, great at bat. She's a tough out. Really battled her way through that at bat and finds herself as a leadoff runner on.
That will bring up the cleanup hitter for the Bucks, Leilani Lutu. Takes a first pitch for a strike. Lutu grounded out to Marjeko, her first at-bat, so was able to square it up. Lutu hitting .309, has a team-high 6 doubles this season.
Everybody clap your hands.
Lutu, the senior catcher, transferred over to ETSU from Grand Canyon 2 years ago. Lutu was part of that Grand Canyon team that was in the NCAA regionals. Played UCLA as Tennessee almost turns 2, but is able to get the lead out at second. Nice play from Clark over at third.
Yeah, ETSU able to find their way on, but not advance this ball on the inside part of the plate and almost turned, but not able to get the double play.
First pitch, Haley Porter, swing and a miss, strike 1. Porter struck out looking her last at-bat. So 1 runner still aboard for ETSU. As Porter takes it off speed for strike 2.
Marjeko really utilizing that changeup, and you may see some weak contact on it, but right now ETSU really mostly laying off.
3 strikes make for the second out and the 9th strikeout of the day for Sage Marjeko.
And as you can see with that swing from Porter, she's just not sure. You know, it's comes out of the same tunnel as everything else, and Marjeko does a great job of disguising that as more of a high velo pitch.
Leilani Coleman fouls off the first pitch. She's also struck out her last at-bat on a drop ball low in the zone. We talked about it before, but second time through the lineup, you have to make those adjustments, even though Marjeko now, as you mentioned,
she's made adjustments too. Yeah,
that's
but
right.
Isn't that the fun of this? And isn't that the chess match that you have to play is, you know, sure, you're going to make adjustments on me, but I'm going to do it right back. And you know, Marjeko kind of taking that lead and immediately from the get-go, first pitch, you know, throwing changeup to Moore, but really utilizing that off-speed pitch. And I think that as you get into later innings, you start to see more of that, right? You utilize your off-speed more, you show your rise ball more. If you were working one side of the plate, now you're really hammering the other side. So playing the chess match.
Marjeko winning the chess match. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Make that the 10th strikeout of the day for Marjeko.
Yeah, big strikeout by Marjeko. She is just absolutely dealing right here against the Bucks.
Our contestant Larry Barker has the chance to go home a big winner this inning. And here's how it works. Larry will receive a $15 Gus's gift card for every base that Tennessee's first hit produces this inning. For example, a single gets Larry 1 gift card, a double gets him 2 gift cards, and so on. So, Lady Ball Nation, let's cheer on your Lady Balls this inning. And our contestant Larry Barker trying to go home a big winner, courtesy of Gus's Fried Chicken.
Beautiful Tuesday evening here in Knoxville as the 10th ranked Tennessee Lady Vols lead 8-0 over their in-state foes, the ETSU Bucks. The birthday girl, Caitlin Pennington, back in the circle. She came on in relief for the starting pitcher, Taylor Suki, and has done a nice job since she's come in. Picked up her first strikeout last inning and will now face 3, 4, 5 in the Lady Vols lineup, and that is never an easy thing to do.
It's not. They've been pretty productive tonight. Hard ground balls up the middle, line drive to center field. You know, they've been putting the ball in play, but also have been on by freebies, right? So Pennington looking to try to limit the freebies, but so far has done a great job of limiting the damage and has done a great job since she's come in.
Emma Clark drills this deep towards center. Say goodbye, Emma Clark.
Another big moonshot by the Vols. And there was just no escaping this one. This ball just too elevated, too much plate, hit too far. And Emma Clark just hammers that ball to left center.
The second home run of the day for Emma Clark. She has gone yard in back-to-back at-bats, seeing the ball exceptionally well tonight as she extends the lead for Tennessee 9-0. And now a pinch hitter for Tennessee as Jackie Kirkpatrick comes to the plate for the first time tonight. The senior catcher takes first pitch low in the zone for ball 1. Kirkpatrick with just her 6th at-bat of the season. Has 2 hits and an RBI on the year along with 1 walk. Trying to keep the rally going here for Tennessee, bottom of the 4th. 3 quick balls brings the count 3-0 to Kirkpatrick.
Lutu really wanting that last one, holding it there a little extra long. Those lower corners hard to come by this evening.
Comes in for a strike, brings the count 3-1. Ball 4.
Pennington doing a great job of utilizing her curveball, just not as aggressive in that at bat. And, you know, after giving up a home run, maybe a little bit gun shy, but you have a pinch hitter, someone cold off the bench. That's the time to attack.
So 1 runner aboard for Tennessee. Emma Clark led off the inning with a solo home run, her 2nd home run of the day, and the 3rd home run of this game for the Lady Vols. And now another new hitter, Cameron Sarvis, to the plate for Tennessee. The senior getting her first at-bat of the evening. Takes a ball low in the zone. For Sarvis, this is just her 6th at-bat. Has 1 hit on the season. Takes ball 2.
Yeah, I really think that Pennington has come in and done such a good job. It was so fun to see the emotion on the strikeout of Ella Dodge in the 3rd inning, but ever since that home run, just has not had the same spark.
Sarvis hits one towards left field, but Boone is there to make the grab. A well-hit ball from Sarvis, just right into the glove of the left fielder, Boone.
Yeah, Boone doing a great job of chasing this ball down. Should that get by, that might be a run. A great play by Boone. And again, if you're Pennington, you know, your defense is there to back you up. Don't be afraid to, you know, attack the zone, make that ball move.
That will bring up Mackenzie Butt to the plate, takes first pitch ball. She's 0 for 1 today with a walk back in the 1st inning. Coming into tonight hitting .318. Her 24th game started this season. Rips this one towards the left side and it will stay fair. Turning the corner is the one Lady Vols. She will come all the way home. RBI double for Mackenzie Butt.
We really haven't seen a whole lot elevated from Pennington, but this ball just misses up in the zone. And Butt punishes her for it. That ball's smoked down the left field line. RBI double for Butt.
Jackie Kirkpatrick turning on the wheels, coming all the way in from first base after she drew the walk. So Tennessee extends its lead 10-0. As the first pitch to Taylon Holly is fouled off. Tennessee doing a nice job passing the bat down the lineup, whether it's a starter or pinch hitter coming into tonight. Lady Vols getting it done 1 through 9. Holly hits this one hard but foul. She drew a walk her last at-bat and then lined out her first at-bat to center field back in the first inning.
And these Tennessee hitters have adjusted, but Pennington this inning just a little bit more gun-shy of attacking the zone with that curveball, utilizing her changeup. And again, with those calls for both sides, you know, if you don't get it on that low corner, you can be tempted to bring it elevated in the zone, and that's just not a great idea against these Tennessee hitters.
They will certainly make you pay for it. 1-2 here. Holly takes ball 2, evens the count. Holly pops this one up towards the left side. Porter is there for the grab for the second out of the inning.
And that's more of what I'd love to see out of Pennington is, you know, use your stuff. Make sure that you're attacking hitters. That ball, the inside's personal, right? You're throwing near someone's body. You can't be afraid to do so. And, you know, Pennington doing a great job of forcing weak contact.
Another pinch hitter here for Tennessee as Maddie Rutan steps to the plate. Pinch hits for Bella Fa. Takes the first pitch ball.
Fa, who had a great night, by the way. Line drive right field, ground ball up the middle. Really moving things around and had a pretty solid evening.
Big hack from Rutan for strike 1, evens the count 1-1. 3 pinch hitters this inning alone for Tennessee. You can tell Coach Weekly wants her hitters to stay on their toes, also get some new faces, some looks at the plate. Rutan coming into tonight hitting .234, .333 with runners in scoring position. Able to hold off on that one outside. This is her 38th appearance, so we've seen her quite a bit. She's started 32 games for the Lady Vols, including this past weekend. She started at third in game 2 and game 3. Rutan drills this deep, and it's gone. 2-run home run for Maddie Rutan.
Yeah, she had that big swing and miss for strike 1. She didn't miss that one. That one, she got all of it over the left field fence. Maddie Rutan taking that elevated pitch again. These balls up in the zone. Toss the bat. I am gone. Rutan with the big bomb to left field.
She knew it as soon as she pulled that inside pitch. It is rocking on Rocky Top tonight. Second home run of this inning, 4th home run of the game for the Lady Vols offense. Now that will bring up the 9-hole hitter Savia Morgan to the plate. Morgan rips the first pitch. That will fall foul.
And again, I just wonder if the result of the first hitter, Emma Clark, of this inning, if Pennington doesn't give up that home run, how different is this inning? It just really seemed to have her pull back and away from attacking with that curveball, her changeup being more efficient. I think that when the ETSU pitching staff kind of looks back on this, because for SoCon play, if you can get that changeup consistent, you know, you're going to fool a lot of batters. And I think that they fooled Tennessee plenty of times with it tonight, but the problem was when it wasn't on, it was not as competitive of a pitch.
Morgan laces this to left off the glove of Boone. Morgan turns on the wheels. She rounds second and will retreat back to the bag, but a double for the 9-hole hitter, Savia Morgan.
And if you're Pennington, that's one that you're wishing you could have had that ball well playable down the left field line, and you got to just keep trying to beat the ball to the spot, right? Just kind of faded over that way. You know, go ahead and catch that and run into foul territory, but Boone looking like she was kind of timing that one up.
Runner on second, 2 outs now as another pinch hitter comes to the plate for Tennessee, Zoe Schuler. Pinch hitting for Gabby Leach. Schuler pops this one up towards shallow left field. Calling for it is Porter. She'll make the grab for out number 3, but Tennessee continues its fireworks here on Tuesday night. Lady Vols up 12-0 as the Bucks are down to their final 3 outs.
Hey, Big Orange fans, the Lady Vols got an Emma Clark home run with their first hit last inning, which means Larry Barker is going home with 4, count them, 4 $15 gift cards, courtesy of Gus's Fried Chicken.
That would be great.
Larry, just head to the Spanish Q table now to claim your prize. Fans, would you like to win Gus's Chicken as well? Be sure to enter for your chance to participate in Gus's winning inning at our next home game tomorrow evening. And now, Big Orange fans, brought to you by the Lady Vol Booster Club, it's T-shirt time in Tennessee.
Tenth-ranked Tennessee Lady Vols up 12-0 over ETSU as we head to the top of the 5th. The Bucks down to their final 3 outs. A lot of fireworks in this game and also a lot of dealing in the circle from Sage Margetko. 10 strikeouts tonight.
Yeah, she is dealing. She's utilizing her drop ball, has utilized her off-speed pitch, hitting the corners very well and just very aggressive, attacking the zone. Super efficient, only 67 pitches so far this evening.
First pitch to Tierra Rieger comes in as a strike. Pinch hitter for ETSU as now Emma Brandon is at the plate. Takes the ball outside, evens the count 1-1. So Emma Brandon pinch hitting for ETSU as Bucks have 7, 8, 9 due up here top of the 5th, down to their final 3 outs. Swings out 1 in the dirt for strike 2. Also a couple defensive changes for Tennessee. Zoe Schuler now in right field. Maddie Rutan, you're at shortstop. And McCall Sims at second. Right down the middle for strike 3. Gets her looking. Make that 11 strikeouts on the night for Margetko.
Yeah, as a pinch hitter, looking to be a bit more aggressive, but Margetko You know, again, working that curveball on the outside part of the plate and sticking it for that strikeout looking.
All smiles from Marchetko in the circle. This is her 13th start of the season, on her way to just her 6th complete game of the season. We've seen her start a lot of games, but not always go the distance, and that's also courtesy and a result of the pitching staff, how strong it is. Best ERA in the nation at 1.11.
Well, and here tonight, she's, you know, conceivably able to keep her pitch count under 100, and I think that for, you know, somebody that's throwing as many innings as she is, it's great to try to get a complete game underneath your belt and try to keep that pitch count down so that you can stay happy and healthy.
Another pinch hitter for ETSU is Madison Stowell, the freshman. Is in the box for the Bucks, trying to get something going here, top of the 5th with 1 out, but already down in the count 0-2. Takes a ball outside, brings the count 1-2. Tough situation for a pinch hitter to come in at, especially with Marchetko dealing so well tonight.
Yeah, again, you need to listen to your teammates and what they've seen, and from the right-handed box, what she's attacking with, and go in with a plan. And that's what Coach Milligan said to us is, you know, stick to the plan. And Coach Weekly talks about that constantly. It's like you can be aggressive, you can be passive, but you need to have a game plan, and they've stressed game plan. And you know, with that loss to South Carolina, what the team said, not just Coach Weekly, what the team said was that they did not stick to the game plan.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Sage Marchetko. She has now matched her season high in strikeouts with 12.
Yeah, again, this ball, curveball right on the outside part of the plate, and that is just too good to take with 2 strikes.
The Bucks down to their final out here, as Marchetko smiling and having fun on this Tuesday night. Lady Vols taking a break from SEC play. They were able to pick up the series win over South Carolina this past weekend. They'll host Kennesaw State again tomorrow for another midweek matchup, and then get right back to it against Kentucky this weekend. And if when Marchetko returns to action, if she can continue this momentum, that would be huge for the Lady Vols, as Riley Crowley takes a big first strike. In the dirt to even the count 1-1. This is Grace Vaughn, another pinch hitter for ETSU. Bucks down to their final out here. Take strike 2.
Lots of check swings, right, or, you know, hard takes. I think that just still speaks to Marchetko and the way that she's been able to mix speeds and make that ball dance through the zone.
Evens the count 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Marchetko strikes out the side to end the game, and also picks up a season-high 13 Ks in the 12-0 win over ETSU.
Yeah, Marchetko, definitely the highlight of the evening. All the strikeouts, all the movement. She is so fun to watch in there, being able to attack the zone and make that ball move, really confusing those ETSU hitters. But the Bucks, you know, keeping their heads up, have SoCon play coming up, and a solid midweek here on Rocky Top.
Marchetko getting it done in the circle. 13 strikeouts, a new season high in the complete game for her Getting it done in the circle, also getting it done at the plate. Tennessee with 12 hits and 4 home runs. A lot of fireworks tonight on Rocky Top. This has been a fun one. For my partner, Michelle LaCourse, for Catherine Ligon, our producer and director, my name is Jill Jelnick saying so long from Rocky Top. Tennessee on top, 12-0.